today's world, pain is often treated like an error message, something to be fixed, erased, or silenced. Comfort is sold as the ultimate lifestyle, the perfect mattress, the most ergonomic chair, the food that satisfies with no effort, the lifestyle that eliminates all friction. We're encouraged to avoid discomfort, to bypass slow growth, and to medicate away sadness at the first sign of emotional unrest. But what if this avoidance is part of the problem? What if pain, instead of being something to escape, is something to explore? What if pain isn't the enemy, but a mirror, revealing what matters most? To understand pain is not to glorify it. It's not about romanticizing suffering or idolizing hardship. It's about recognizing pain for what it truly is, a message, a signal, a teacher, and sometimes even a gateway to transformation. At its most basic level, pain exists for a reason. Biologically, it's our body's early warning system. When you touch a hot surface, the sharp sting makes you pull back instantly. This immediate feedback is the body's way of protecting you. But what happens when the pain isn't physical but emotional? That kind of pain doesn't scream danger. It whispers disappointment, unmet needs, loss, or the absence of meaning. Emotional pain often highlights the distance between our current reality and the life we hoped for. And while that can feel devastating, it also cracks open a possibility, the chance to examine, recalibrate, and change. Not all pain is created equal. One of the most powerful distinctions we can make in life is between pain that has meaning and pain that doesn't. Consider childbirth, for example. It is one of the most physically and emotionally intense experiences a person can endure. It involves fear, risk, and significant pain, and yet for many, this pain is embraced, even welcomed. Why? Because it is tied to something deeply meaningful, the birth of a child, the creation of life. It's pain with purpose, and that purpose makes all the difference. Now compare that to a different kind of pain, being overlooked and disrespected at work, feeling stuck in a job that drains your energy without offering hope of growth. This kind of pain wears you down slowly. It's not intense all at once, it's the dull ache of feeling invisible, unappreciated, and trapped. And worse, it often feels meaningless. There is no deeper why to cling to, no noble outcome that makes the suffering worth it. When pain lacks meaning, it becomes unbearable. Pain that's understood, even when difficult, is survivable. Pain that is senseless slowly erodes your spirit. There is another form of pain that is subtle, but just as powerful, the pain that comes when you're chasing something greater than yourself. Say you decide to start your own business, or you return to school mid-career, or you pick up a new skill that completely overwhelms you at first. These pursuits are exciting in theory, but in practice, they are messy, frustrating, and often lonely. You're not dealing with tragedy, but you are navigating confusion, failure, and the unsettling feeling that you might not be cut out for it. You read the books, attend the webinars, ask questions, and still feel like a beginner drowning in a new language. It's tempting to quit, but here's the thing, the people who don't quit usually aren't smarter or more gifted. They're just more connected to their reason for enduring. They've given their struggle a purpose. They know why the effort matters. Whether it's the desire to build freedom, to live independently, to raise their children with better opportunities, or to fulfill a long-held dream, they have a reason to tolerate the pain. In contrast, we live in a culture that often glamorizes effortless success. Social media shows us the highlight reels, the best moments, the awards, the milestones, without showing the years of quiet struggle that made them possible. We begin to believe that if something is meant to be, it should come easily. That's simply not true. Ease is not a reliable indicator of whether something is worthwhile. Often, the most meaningful pursuits are the hardest. Ask any athlete, artist, entrepreneur, or parent, and they'll tell you that success is forged in discomfort. What sets them apart isn't that they enjoy the pain, it's that they accept it as part of the process. And this brings us to a paradoxical truth: pain becomes more bearable when you choose it. When you say, "This hurts, but I know why I'm doing it," you're no longer a passive recipient of suffering. You're an active participant in your growth. You claim agency, you reclaim your power. Whether it's going to the gym when your body protests, staying up late to study while others relax, or saying no to people who drain your energy, you're not just enduring pain, you're investing in a future that matters to you. Life guarantees pain. The difference is whether you experience it by default or by design. Of course, not all pain should be embraced. One of the most dangerous traps is confusing needless suffering with noble sacrifice. Some people remain in toxic relationships or soul-draining jobs because they believe perseverance is always virtuous. But pain by itself is not a badge of honor. It's information, it's a signal. And sometimes it's a call to walk away. If your pain is leading nowhere, if it doesn't move you toward growth, love, clarity, or peace, then it's time to stop justifying it. Some pain is a tax you pay for a better life. But some pain is just theft of your time, your confidence, your dignity. Don't confuse the two. So how do we discern between the two? How do we know whether to stay or go? We start by asking the right questions. When pain shows up, pause and reflect. What is this trying to teach me? Is this discomfort aligned with my values? Is it part of building something meaningful, or is it evidence that something is broken and needs to change? Often, pain reveals deeper truths. Maybe you need better boundaries. Maybe you're in the wrong environment. Maybe you've ignored your dreams for too long. In this way, pain isn't just a punishment, it's a compass. It points to what needs attention, what needs healing, and what needs to change. Psychologists have a term for the transformation that can follow trauma, post-traumatic growth. It's what happens when pain doesn't just break you, it rebuilds you. People who have endured real loss, illness, or heartbreak often emerge with new priorities, greater empathy, and a deeper understanding of what truly matters. But this transformation doesn't happen automatically. It requires intention, reflection, and the courage to let the pain do its work. Take something as simple as working out. At first, it's miserable. Your muscles ache, you're out of breath. You question why you ever signed up, but if you keep showing up, your body adapts. What once left you sore becomes routine. The pain doesn't disappear, but it becomes part of the rhythm. It becomes evidence that you're building strength. The same principle applies emotionally. Every hard conversation, every failure, every setback leaves a mark. But if you approach it with intention, those marks don't become scars. They become muscle. They become wisdom. They become proof that you're growing. Still, it's important to know when to stop. Not all battles are worth fighting. If your effort is going into a dead end, if the cost is your well-being, your safety, or your soul, it's okay to walk away. Wisdom isn't just knowing when to persist, it's knowing when to quit. At the heart of this whole conversation is a radical but grounding truth. Pain is part of being alive. It's not a mistake, it's not a detour. It's a central part of the journey. The people who thrive in life are not those who avoid pain, but those who know how to face it, question it, and shape it into something that serves their growth. So the next time you find yourself hurting, don't rush to escape it. Don't numb it with distraction. Don't silence it with denial. Instead, pause, ask yourself what this pain is asking from you. Maybe it wants you to change direction. Maybe it's showing you what really matters. Maybe it's calling you to become someone stronger, wiser, and more awake. Because the people who live the richest, most fulfilling lives aren't the ones who float through it untouched. They're the ones who were cut open by life and chose to heal deliberately, who were knocked down and chose to rise with deeper clarity, who didn't just endure their pain but made something from it. As the poet Rumi once wrote, the wound is the place where the light enters you, and in a world obsessed with fast results and perfect lives, that truth is more important than ever. Pain is not your enemy, it's your beginning. I hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit the like button. It might seem like a small thing, but because of how the YouTube algorithm works, videos with more likes tend to get shown to more people. So your like really helps this video reach others who might need it too. And if you find my content valuable, consider subscribing. It really helps more people discover it. Thanks for watching, and I wish you and your family good health and peace. See you in the next video.